I've made the most grueling and most difficult 4 divisions of football that have ever existed. These 4 divisions are based in England: the Premier League, the Championship, League 1, and League 2. League 2 has 24 clubs that are all between 3.5 stars and 4 stars in quality. League 1 has 24 clubs that are all between 4 and 4.5 stars in quality. The Championship has 24 clubs that are mostly 4.5 stars. And finally, our Premier League has 20 clubs that are basically all world class, the best of the best. That is a total of 92 of the highest rated clubs in FC 24, spread out through 4 divisions, battling it out. We basically made a Super League, lads. I mean, just take a look at these divisions, lads. This is League 2, the 4th division, and it has Brentford and Celtic and Al Ahly and Club Brugge and Inter Miami with Messi. While League 1 consists of quality clubs like Al Hilal, AEK Athens, Al Ittihad is here, Besiktas, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Girona, Nice, Olympique Lyonnais, PSV, Sassuolo, and Hoffenheim. While in the Championship in the 2nd division, it is even more quality. Ajax is here, Al Nassr with Ronaldo is here, Aston Villa, Brighton, Benfica, Chelsea, Porto, Fiorentina, Feyenoord, Lille, Marseille, Lens, Real Betis, Sevilla, Sporting, Villarreal, and who's the last one? West Ham. Like, that's ridiculous. And finally, in the Premier League, like I said, it is the best of the best. It is Arsenal, it is Bayer Leverkusen, it is Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, and Barcelona, and Inter, and Juventus, and Liverpool, and Manchester City, Man United, Real Madrid, Roma, Spurs, Leipzig, PSG, Newcastle, Napoli. This video is going to be absolutely ridiculous. So let's go to the end of Season 1, see who got promoted, who got relegated, and who won some trophies. But before we do that, please hit the like button and the subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet with a little noti bell. It helps me out a ton. I would really appreciate it. Let's go. Let the Super League games begin. Season 1 of our Super League has come to an end, and we're going to start with League 2, the 4th division. Who got promoted? Well, I can tell you it was Club Brugge and AZ Alkmaar, and a surprising Royal Antwerp are coming up to League 1, and one of Nottingham Forest, Leicester City, FC Copenhagen, and the Ukrainian side Shakhtar Donetsk. While Inter Miami with Jordi Alba, Messi, and Sergio Busquets, if there was relegation, if we had the National League, they would be relegated. They finished dead last. In League 1, going up to the Championship, it is going to be Al Hilal with PSV, yes, and one of Nice, Besiktas, Fulham, and Wolfsburg. While getting relegated to League 2, it is going to be Freiburg, Torino, Sassuolo, and Monza. Now, who is going up to the Premier League to play with the big boys? Well, I'm going to tell you it's going to be Benfica and Sevilla. Wow. And one of Aston Villa, Real Betis, Villarreal, and Marseille. While getting relegated, it was Brighton, Feyenoord, and Lille all going down to League 1. While in the Premier League, the first season of our inaugural Super League, who was the winner? Well, it was Manchester City over Real Madrid on 79 points. Barcelona finished in 3rd, PSG in 4th, and Inter Milan rounded off the top 5. Oh my gosh! Bayer Leverkusen, Manchester United, and Newcastle all got relegated to the Championship, lads. Now, what about the Carabao Cup? Well, the Carabao Cup in Season 1 was dominated by Real Madrid over a surprising finalist in Real Sociedad. It was 1-0. Real Madrid claimed its first trophy. And the FA Cup was won by Lazio over Juventus, lads. I mean, this is going to be hilarious because there are so many good teams and we're going to have so many different winners. And the Champions League in Season 1, lads, was won by Newcastle over Nantes. Yeah, Newcastle won the Champions League. I mean, they performed pretty admirably against PSG at home, so it's not out of the question, right? I mean, or is it? So let's go to the end of Season 2, lads, and see what happens. I have a feeling we're gonna have some extremely weird finishes and some funny winners. Season 2 of the toughest league in the world is in the books, lads, and in League 2, the 4th division, it was Anderlecht that came out on top. A surprising Anderlecht. Torino in 2nd place from Italy, and RB Salzburg from Austria are all getting automatic promotion. Also one of Leicester City, the Turkish side Trabzonspor, Al Ahly, and Monza. While if there was relegation down to the National League, Inter Miami with Messi, Alba, and Busquets, they would avoid it because they finished in 22nd. It was Sassuolo and Bologna that would be going down. In League 1, going up to the Championship, it is going to be Feyenoord and Braga, and one of Valencia, Brighton, the recently relegated Brighton, Lille, and Frankfurt. Frankfurt. While going back down to League 2, it's going to be Girona, it's going to be Royal Antwerp, it's going to be AZ Alkmaar, and the Ukrainian side Shakhtar Donetsk. Now, who's going up to the Premier League to play with the big boys from the Championship? Well, it's going to be Bayer Leverkusen and Manchester United. They're going back up automatically. And one of Chelsea, Newcastle, West Ham, and Porto, the Portuguese side. Now, who got relegated? Well, it was PSV, it was Union Berlin, and it is Fulham that are all going down to League 1. And finally, in the Premier League, the top league, it was Real Madrid that won it over Manchester City this time. Napoli came in third though, Atletico Madrid in fourth, and PSG rounded off the top 5. Now, who got relegated? It was Lazio, it was Benfica, and it is Sevilla. They're going back down to the Championship. The Carabao Cup in Season 2 in our Super League was won by Napoli over Real Madrid 1-0. Real Madrid tried to do the double, but they failed. While the FA Cup was actually won by a Championship side because Man United were in the Championship. They won the FA Cup over PSG 2-0. And finally, the Champions League was won by Barcelona over Newcastle. Newcastle went back to the Champions League final, but they lost it. We are going to Season 3, lads. Season 3 of our Super League, lads, has come to an end. And in League 2, it was Sassuolo, Forest, and Royal Antwerp that are all getting promoted to League 1. While clubs like Celtic and Dinamo Zagreb and Rangers are all still stuck in League 2. In League 1 in Season 3, going up to the Championship, well, it was Brighton and Valencia. And one of Crystal Palace, Union Berlin, Wolfsburg, and the other German side, Frankfurt. And the 4 clubs going down to League 2 are Mainz, Anderlecht, Salzburg, and Lyon. In the Championship, going up to the Premier League in Season 3, it is Lazio and it is Porto. And getting relegated to League 1 are 2 Saudi Arabian clubs and Lille with Jonathan David. Al Nassr, Al Hilal, and Lille all going down. Now, who won the hardest league in the world in Season 3? Well, it was the German side Bayern Munich, lads. They finished on 74 points. They beat out Real Madrid. They beat out Barcelona. Borussia Dortmund came in 4th, and PSG rounded off the top 5. And getting relegated was Manchester United again, Roma, and Aston Villa. So far, I am extremely disappointed in Manchester United in this video. The Carabao Cup in Season 3 was won by an Italian side. It was AC Milan over Manchester City 1-0. While the FA Cup was also won by AC Milan. They won the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. The FA Cup 2-0 over Real Madrid. And the Champions League had an all-Spanish final. It was Barcelona over Real Madrid 1-0. That is back-to-back Champions League titles for Barcelona. Let's go to Season 4, see if they can do a three-peat. Season 4 is in the books, lads. In League 2, it was Dinamo Zagreb and Trabzonspor. They got promotion. RB Salzburg as well. They got up. Leicester City, Copenhagen, Brentford, and Lyonnais. Olympique Lyonnais are also trying to get promoted via the playoffs. While if we had a National League and there was relegation in League 2, it would be Messi, Alba, and Biscuits all going down again to the National League. And Celtic has also been just bad. And just like in real life, Lyon's troubles continue here. They couldn't get out via the playoffs out of League 2. It was Copenhagen. They lost to Copenhagen, lads. From League 1 in Season 4, getting promoted to the Championship, it was the German side Union Berlin and another German side Wolfsburg, the 2 German sides, and one of Athens, PSV, Celta, and Stade Rennais. While going down to League 2 from League 1, Udinese, Getafe, Royal Antwerp, and Monza. In the Championship, getting promoted to the Premier League to play with the big boys, Aston Villa and Manchester United. Now, we're gonna have to see if Manchester United can stay up in the Premier League finally. And one of Benfica, Marseille, Roma, and Fiorentina are also gonna get promoted. But West Ham, Real Sociedad, and Brighton, they're all going down. They're not having a good time in this video whatsoever. West Ham, very disappointing. Brighton, extremely disappointing as well. And in the Premier League, lads, in Season 4, it was PSG with Mbappe that won it. Man City in 2nd, Arsenal a surprising 3rd, Bayern Munich dropped to 4th. Now, where are some of the other big boys? Real Madrid all the way in 8th. Where's Barcelona? Barcelona in 13th, Chelsea in 16th, and getting relegated, it is Bayer Leverkusen, it is Villarreal, and it is Porto. And Arsenal actually had a really good season. They finished finished third in the Premier League, and then they won the Carabao Cup over Bayern Munich 3-1. While the FA Cup had a surprising final, it was Ajax and Spurs won it. Spurs won a trophy without Harry Kane. And the Champions League again had another Spanish final. Barcelona, Real Madrid, but this time it wasn't Barcelona. They couldn't do the three-peat. It was Real Madrid 2-1. Let's go to season 5, see if Arsenal can build on their Carabao Cup winning ways, see if Tottenham can win another trophy, and maybe Manchester United can finally stay up in the Prem and avoid relegation. We are halfway through the 10 seasons. Season 5 is over, and finally, Celtic got promoted alongside Lyon. Also, finally, I mean, come on, Lyon's got to step it up. Anderlecht also got promoted to League 1. And in League 1, it was Stade Rennais that won the league. Stade Rennais making some strides, lads. They're going up to the championship. Real Sociedad also got promoted. And getting relegated back down to League 2, it was Dinamo Zagreb, 2 Saudi Arabian clubs in Al Hilal and Al Ittihad, and the Italian side Torino. While Premier League clubs like West Ham, Fulham, Forest, and Brighton are struggling, lads, they're still stuck in League 1. In the championship in season 5, going back up to the Premier League, it was Roma and Newcastle, and one of Villarreal, Sevilla, Leverkusen, and Ajax. While Feyenoord, Lens, and Valencia all got relegated from the championship down to League 1. And for the first time, the Premier League had a back-to-back winner. It was PSG, lads, by 1 point over Bayern Munich. City in 3rd. Arsenal, they're kicking around. They finished in 4th. Inter rounded off the top 5. And Manchester United finally managed to stay up in the Prem, guys. They finally managed to stay up. Benfica, Napoli, and Aston Villa, though, they failed. They all got relegated. And Arsenal won a trophy in back-to-back seasons, lads. They won the Carabao Cup 2 seasons in a row. This year, it was 4-2 over AC Milan. While the FA Cup had a very surprising winner, just like in Season 4. Season 4, it was Spurs. Season 5, it was Sevilla that took out Real Madrid. And in the Champions League in Season 5, PSG did the double, 3-1 over Man City. Season 6 is in the books, lads, and if you remember, in League 2 in Season 5, it was Celtic that got promoted. Well, in Season 6 in League 2, it was the other Scottish side. It was Rangers that won the league. They are getting automatic promotion. Leicester City is also getting promoted, and if there was relegation to the National League, it would be Girona and Freiburg. Freiburg were atrocious. They lost 30 out of their 46 matches and conceded 99 goals. In League 1 in Season 6, it was PSV that is going up to the championship with RB Salzburg, and it finally looks like in Season 6, Ronaldo retired because Al Nassr finished dead last in League 1 alongside Trabzonspor, AEK Athens, and Getafe, all getting relegated. Al Nassr, though, 5 wins out of 46 matches on 25 points, 87 goals conceded, minus 48 goal difference. Not good. In the championship going up to the Premier League, it is Aston Villa, lads. A surprising Aston Villa going to play with the big boys, and Napoli as well. Well, after winning the FA Cup in Season 5, Sevilla got relegated down to League 1. Sevilla, Braga, and Sassuolo all go down. And the Premier League in Season 6 was won by Manchester City over Barcelona by 1 point and 2 points over Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund has actually had quite a successful campaign. They haven't won anything, but they're always finishing high in the table. They finished above Juventus and Real Madrid, AC Milan, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. Bayern Munich finished all the way in 12th. PSG in 15th, only 4 points above Manchester United, who actually stayed up again on 45 points and getting relegated. It was Roma, it was Villarreal, and it was Newcastle. The Carabao Cup was won by PSG in Season 6 over Real Madrid 1-0. And the FA Cup was also won by PSG over Real Madrid. By this time, it was 3-0 and not 1-0. While the Champions League, had an all-English final. It was Arsenal over Liverpool 2-1. Arsenal won a Champions League. That is 3 seasons in a row where Arsenal won a trophy. They won the Carabao Cup in Season 4 and Season 5, and in Season 6, they won the Champions League. Let's go to the end of Season 7 and see if they can keep the streak alive. Season 7, and again, we're gonna start in League 2. Well, it was AZ Alkmaar, Royal Antwerp, and Getafe that are all getting promoted to League 1, and one of AEK Athens, Trabzonspor, Ferencvaroshi again in a playoff, and Torino. While the Saudi Arabian clubs just keep on struggling, Al Hilal in 8th in League 2, Al Ittihad in 14th. League 1 in Season 7 was won by Sevilla, the newly relegated Sevilla. They're probably just too strong for League 1. They finished on 82 points. Club Brugge, though, a surprising second, also getting promoted to the championship, while Lens Lens, Braga, Fulham, and Rangers, their fate was decided and they're all getting relegated back down to League 2. In the Championship, going back up to the Premier League, it is Roma and it is Villarreal. While getting relegated to League 1, it was Fenerbahce, a surprising Fiorentina, and Union Berlin. And the Premier League in Season 7, lads, it was won by Real Madrid over Manchester City. PSG in 3rd, Liverpool in 4th, Bayern in 5th. Manchester United is climbing, guys. They're climbing. They finished in 7th. A good, surprising season. Arsenal all the way in 10th. Borussia Dortmund also plummeted down to 12th. Chelsea got relegated. Lazio and Leverkusen did as well. But Chelsea, I mean... yikes, Atletico Madrid too almost went down on 39 points. And in this entire video through 7 seasons, Liverpool won their first trophy. We had a surprising Carabao Cup final. It was Liverpool over Leipzig. And the FA Cup was won by a Spanish giant. It was Barcelona. Arsenal went to another final, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't win the FA Cup. While the Champions League was won by Manchester City over LAFC, lads. Los Angeles FC, they're not even in this league. They're in some sort of other league that I put them in. I don't even remember what league they're in, but they went to the Champions League final. Season 8 is over, guys, and it is Stuttgart, Monza, and Young Boys all getting promoted to League 1. While in League 1, who's getting promotion? Well, it is Valencia and Udinese. Udinese going up to the Championship. Nice to see. Borussia Mönchengladbach, Hoffenheim, Fiorentina, and Royal Antwerp also in a playoff. While Forest, Getafe, Athens, and West Ham. West Ham, I mean, they have plummeted, haven't they? They're going down to League 2, lads. They finished dead last in League 1. They have not had a good time in this video whatsoever. In the Championship in Season 8, it is Bayer Leverkusen and Lazio going back up to the Premier League. And going down to League 1 from the Championship, it is Atalanta, it is PSV, and it is Sevilla. Sevilla just cannot stay up in the Championship, let alone get promoted to the Premier League. I mean, they're just becoming this yo-yo club between the Championship and League 1. They finished below Crystal Palace and Club Brugge. And the Premier League, lads, well, excuse me, Mr. Liverpool. I mean, give yourself a little clap. Liverpool won the Premier League over PSG, Bayern Munich in 3rd, Real Madrid in 4th, Barcelona rounded off the top 5. Unbelievable. Manchester United in 11th, Spurs in 14th, Aston Villa is there, Arsenal dropped to 16th, and getting relegated, it is Roma, it is Villarreal, and it is Sporting. Sporting were terrible. They won 3 matches out of 38 and finished on 18 points. The Carabao Cup was once again, though, won by PSG, but this time a surprising finalist in Chelsea 2-1. And the FA Cup was won by Liverpool. Liverpool did the double in Season 8, and it was again over Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea can't catch a break, though. 2 finals in 1 season for a Championship side, Chelsea. They lost in the Carabao Cup, and they lost in the FA Cup. And Man City won the Champions League in Season 8 over PSG 2-1. That is back-to-back Champions League titles for Man City. Let's go to Season 9, see if they can win it 3 times in a row. The second last season, Season 9 is over, lads, and in League 2, we had 3 surprising teams that are getting promoted. It was Sparta Praha from Czechia, Shakhtar Donetsk from Ukraine, and Mainz from Germany, all going up to League 1. Forest, Braga, Al Hilal, and Lens, one of them also will go up. But can we again talk about West Ham? My goodness, what happened to West Ham? They have been on a downward spiral this entire video. They finished 17th in League 2, lads. 17th on 52 points. In League 1, going back up to the Championship, it was Hoffenheim, it was Nice. Those 2 are going back up automatically. And one of Bologna, Brighton, finally Brighton, maybe going back up to the Championship, Sevilla or Besiktas as well. While Union Berlin, Stuttgart, Young Boys, and PSV also very disappointing, just like West Ham. They finished dead last on 30 points, getting relegated to League 2. In the Championship in Season 9, it was Chelsea, lads. Chelsea is going up to the Premier League, and Sporting as well. And one of Villarreal, Roma, Ajax, and Galatasaray also been quite disappointing this video. While Club Brugge, Valencia, and Celta Vigo all are going down to League 1. Valencia has also been just not good whatsoever. They only won 6 matches in the Championship, 6, 10, and 30, minus 44 goal difference on 28 points. And the Premier League in Season 9 for the first time, surprisingly, was won by Barcelona. Barcelona won the Prem. Man City, the Kings, are finishing in 2nd place. They finished in 2nd place countless times in this video. PSG in 3rd, Inter Milan in 4th place, so that's not bad. Spurs finished in 5th. That is also very, very nice to see. Arsenal in 14th, Manchester United in 15th. I mean, they kind of, I guess, you know, staying up in the Premier League, but they haven't really done a lot whatsoever. And getting relegated, it is Benfica, it is Aston Villa, and it is Lazio going down to the championship. And Barcelona did the double. They did it in style. They won the Premier League, and then they won the Carabao Cup over Real Madrid. Well, the FA Cup in Season 9 had an all-Italian final. It was AC Milan versus Inter Milan, and AC Milan won 1-0. Excuse me. Excuse me. The Champions League in Season 9 was won by Norwich City. Norwich City beat PSG 5-3 in the Champions League, lads. They're not even a part of this league. They're not. They're in another league because I had to switch them out. I don't even remember who I switched them out to, but Norwich City obviously qualified for the Champions League in their league that they're playing in and then won the Champions League. Imagine Norwich City winning the Premier League. That is ridiculous, and I would love to see it. Let's go to the final season, Season 10. The final season, Season 10 is over. It was Union Berlin, PSV, and RC Lens that got promoted back up to League 1, and one of Ferencvaroshi, Dinamo Zagreb, Al Ittihad, and the Turkish side Trabzonspor. While West Ham United, they were just stuck in League 2, lads. They could not get out of League 2. They went all the way back down there, and they were just stuck there. 70 points. They had a decent season. They only won 17 matches out of 46. In League 1 in Season 10, it was a surprising FC Copenhagen and Borussia Mönchengladbach that got promoted. Leicester City, Brighton, Club Brugge, and Lyon all played in a playoff. Again, though, like Leicester City, Brighton, and Lyon, extremely disappointing, just like West Ham. And going down to League 2, it was Fulham, another English side, Monza, Sparta Praha, and Celta. In the Championship in Season 10, it was Aston Villa and Lazio that are going back up to the Premier League, and one of Benfica, Villarreal, Hoffenheim, and Stade Rennais. And the Premier League in Season 10, for the first time, had an Italian winner. It was Juventus, and Inter, another Italian club, finished second. Italian clubs 1-2 in Season 10. Barcelona in third, Liverpool in fourth, Man City in fifth, Real Madrid all the way in seventh, PSG in eighth, Man United kind of climbed back up. They finished in ninth, AC Milan in 11th, not that great. And going down, it was Sporting, it was Roma, and it was Chelsea finishing in the championship. And Juventus did the double, lads, in Season 10. They beat out PSG in the Carabao Cup 2-0. But somehow Manchester United managed to win another trophy in this video. They won the FA Cup, I believe it was in Season 2, and they haven't won anything since then. But they won the FA Cup again in Season 10 over Villarreal 2-1. And in the Champions League, excuse me once again, Norwich City won it in Season 9, and it was Salernitana from Italy that won it in Season 10, and they beat out PSG again. PSG lost Champions League finals back-to-back to Norwich and to Salernitana. That is insane. So there you have it, lads. 10 seasons of the hardest football league the world has ever seen. Let me know down in the comments how your club did and who were your biggest surprises. For me, it was definitely West Ham. Very disappointing. Went all the way down to League 2 and couldn't come back up. I was also impressed with Salernitana and Norwich City winning the Champions League. That was amazing. And quite surprised with Liverpool and Arsenal, how they performed. Liverpool actually won the Premier League, and Arsenal won several Carabao Cups and the Champions League as well. So thank you as always for watching, lads. Stay happy and stay healthy. Let me know if you have any other cool ideas down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys in another video. All right, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay happy and stay healthy, keep smiling, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, peace, 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 peace.